So as I was doing the weekly forecast yesterday, towards the end of the reading, I kept getting drawn towards you and being the authentic you. And the cards weren't really suggestive of it, so I couldn't really place it together. And as I was pondering on it, I realized that it's also the start of Pisces season, or excuse me, it's also the start of Aries season. And today is actually the final day of Pisces season. So I think it's really important as we sit in the energy of the last day of Pisces season to really take some time today to sit back and reflect on that inner emotional world. What is it, or more so, how is it that you want to express your most authentic self out into this world? Like, what is it that you want to be known for? Things like that. Your self-image, your self-concept. All of this is very good energy to heed way with Aries season, where we can finally take some tangible action towards focusing on ourself. So if you don't know, the Aries is the start of the astrological new year, and it also falls in the first house, so the house of self. So it's very, I don't want to say self-centered because that gets a bad rep, but essentially self-focused. So the Aries season is definitely a time to focus on ourselves, and we need to keep in mind too that we have these Libra eclipses coming up. And these energies are really going to balance out the unseen and close out the cycles that we saw last year in October. So that's going to be a big focus between these two big eclipses. So the lunar one in March will allow you to go within to highlight what needs to be seen. And by the solar one in April, it should be fully illuminated and even cleansed away. I'm thinking cleansed by fire energy, but more so like forged in fire, because what's on the other side is a beautiful gem to be withheld. Think this along with the start of spring and the official new year, the beginning of fiery Aries season. It's time to go head first and focus on your own personal growth this season. Aries is the start of the astrological new year, and it belongs to the first house of self. So this season of crazy eclipses and the Aries season, the new spring, it's really time to just focus on yourself and your new aspirations for this year. So like I said, take some time today to reflect on that inner world. So tomorrow you can jump head start into the energy, kind of like an Aries would do, act, don't think. Today's the day to think, plan, reflect. So that way tomorrow you can start taking tangible action towards what it is you want to bring in this spring. Let's just do a quick check-in reading on this and see what else we need to know. The message just felt so incomplete yesterday. I just couldn't piece together the two. So let's go ahead and just, do part 2 of this weekly forecast in regards to the start of Aries season and where it is that we need to be focusing our attention on ourselves. Let's just go ahead and take a look here. So we've got the Strength card, the 5 of Cups, King of Swords in reverse, and Judgment. So when I'm thinking of the Strength card, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, when I'm thinking of the Strength card, I'm getting the energy of living essentially from your heart space. I think of Leos, and they just have the biggest hearts. And we've got the 5 of Cups. So what I'm really getting is, gratitude and love. With the King of Swords in the reverse, maybe not being so harsh. Yeah, speaking of bright Leo energy, let's pull these two. Okay, sorry. So anyways, yes, bright Leo energy. And when you think of Leo, I know that we are going into Aries season, but they are also a fire sign. But they are one of the most heart-centered fire signs. So I would say the tarot is definitely suggesting for you to be more kind and heart-centered, which also aligns with the message of being the most authentic you and waking up to the most authentic version of yourself. With the Judgment, it could be a call, a wake up to a type of purpose. And you've got your Ace of Pentacles, so it's going to be something tangible that you want to bring into this reality. And with the Aries season, something that you can actually start taking action towards. And then we've got the Ace of Cups here. It's going to bring you in some good emotional fulfillment to be able to take this time to focus on yourself. So sorry, I just keep going into total coughing spells, which may be related to you. There could be some sort of throat chakra blockage as far as being able to speak your truth and being the most authentic you, how it is that you can get it out there. Do you have the confidence to do that? But the two chakra cards that we pulled from the Healing the Chakras, the new deck that I created, they're both solar plexus energy. And the solar plexus energy, it's really all about acting, embodying. So you think I act, but also the solar plexus is really big on confidence and self-image. So it is perfect for Aries season. Let me just read you guys the affirmations. I act when I feel called to, and my confidence shines when my aligned actions are led by my inspirations. Absolutely. So take some time today and go within, figure out what exactly your inspirations are. So that way, when you do feel called to take action in this upcoming Aries season, you are ready to pounce when it is that, you're being called to pounce. I have the motivation and drive I need to succeed, and I hold the wisdom necessary to take practical steps in achieving my goals. So really, this is a season of less thinking, more doing. So don't overthink it. Just get clear on the direction that you want to go and the vision that you're holding for your life, and start taking the inspired action and the steps to actually get there. So let your intuition really be your guide on that, and don't do stuff that isn't aligned with your vision. Only act when you feel called to. So yeah, put in, it's time to get to work. It's time to get to work. Same thing off that weekly read. All right, guys, I just wanted to tap in and give you guys this final message because a lot of it came to me last night and I realized there's just more. So I figured out how to get on here and let you guys know. I hope everybody has a beautiful spring equinox. Happy New Year.